What are you talking about? Hello, fellow YouTubers, dog men, dog ladies. Just got finished cutting grass. Yard looks good when it's cut. What are you doing, Raven? Got a litter coming off her and Joey. She's 50-50 Eli Bolio, and he is 100% all basically Eli, even though it's Boudreaux on top and Bobby Hall's Bullison on bottom, his strain of Bullison, I guess you would say. But really it's all off Eli, so I don't really understand why, but they separated. But anyway, that's what he is. His daddy comes straight from Floyd, and his mama came straight from Bobby Hall. Hey, Raven, get your ball. Get your ball, girl. Yeah. Hey, girl, get it. Good girl, bring it here. Bring it here. No, get your ball. No, you forgot some. There you go. Come on, bring it here. Bring it here, girl. You don't want me to have it? Huh? You gonna keep it all to yourself? You selfish. Why are you so selfish? Huh? You gonna tear it up? You already busted it. Them ugly bad-eared dogs. I posted a video of her like trying to get the chickens, and somebody said leave them ugly bad-eared dogs to wreck the whole show. And so you don't think they're about nothing, but damn, I gotta get y'all some spray. I'm gonna go in the house and get y'all some spray. You got too many gnats. Yep, too many gnats out here today. Did all my flea control. If you're gonna do the granules like I use, I always try to do it right before it rains, because it takes water to activate the granules. But if you try to catch it right before it rains, you can spread them and you don't have to water them or nothing. That's usually what I do, and I try to do it about, in the summertime, I'd say once a month, even though it says it lasts for 3 months. I just like to get it in the dirt, because their chains going around and around, it'll help get it in the dirt real good, and then every time it rains, it will dissolve a little bit, so it keeps pushing it down in the dirt. And after a while, you have a whole bunch of dirt with flea control in it. Ain't that right, Coco? I don't know what I got to do to get her to come in heat. She will not come in. I've had her for around 8 months now, and I've been feeding her the B complex, B vitamins, nothing. And I started to buy some of that hot heifer stuff, but after reading the ingredients and everything, I was like, shit, this isn't anything but a freaking B complex or B vitamin. So I bought both. Had her on that now for 3 weeks. I did have her on it, and I stopped it. And I just started back on it about 3 weeks ago. Dang, Stomper, y'all got gnats bad. I hate these damn Georgia gnats. They try to get in every hole you got, and when they land on the dog's eyes like that, that's after landing on shit. If they got any kind of little scratch or something on their eye, it'll give them conjunctivitis. So, also some breeding tips. I want to retract what I said about father to daughter is good, which that still stands. But when you go to mother to son, it was told to me by a few people that that would bring out negative traits. Well, I talked to a legend in the game. He said that's absolute bullshit. He said it's the same thing as taking father to daughter. So if father to daughter is okay, he said then mother to son is okay. He said it's the same thing. Hey, Echo, you lost some weight. You lost it good, yeah. It's only been about 14 days. And you're starting to get back to where you need to be. You still probably could stand to lose maybe 2 to 3 pounds, but that's pretty good for 2 weeks. I think I cut out 10 pounds, so that'd be about 5 pounds a week. No kibble, just my keep diet. And this is Shady. She's still ripped from, shit, it's been several months. God dang, I gotta get y'all some spray. I'm gonna go in the house and get y'all some spray. But it's been several months, more than a few, or about a few months, yeah. But she still looks good. You can see the ditch down her back. I mean, all that is that keep diet. Once you get them in shape, as long as you don't give them too much fat, you gotta give them some, you know. I usually go by the butcher and I get all their trimmings, which is like usually about 1/4 of it is still meat, and then about 3/4 of it's fat. I cut it into like 1x2 cubes, and I give them 2 cubes per feeding. But so yeah, getting back to the breeding. Father to daughter is good, and mother to son is the exact same thing. So there's no, now this is according to someone that everyone would respect in the game. I mean, he's up there in the top 5, at least, of all time breeders and kennel owners. But there's that, and here's a hidden gem for everyone that might be interested. If you're breeding dogs and you're trying to start your own family, you know, what I do is I generally would, whatever side I want to tighten up on. Like if I did a breeding and I was looking to get more of a brood stock, I mean, you know, who can tell if it's going to be worth the shit to, you know, as a brood dog, if it's going to raise its puppies, not destroy them or not feed them or eat them or whatever. But anyway, if I was going to breed a tight bred dog wanting to be used for a brood dog, I would take the daughter back to the daddy. Then it'd be 3/4 whatever he is. And so here's the gem. You get your best dogs from a half brother and a half sister breeding. So like if I were to take Stomper to Echo and get Debo, and then I take Stomper to Coco and take a female from that and go to Debo. A half brother and a half sister. Same top side on both the sire and the dam, but the bottom sides would be different. So that is, according to this person, which I 100% trust whatever he says, according to this person, that is where you're going to get your best dogs. A half brother and a half sister breeding. So same top on both sire and the dam, different bottoms on the sire and dam. That'd be a half brother, half sister breed. So you still getting that ball. You still getting that ball. Yeah. Come here, girl. You so crazy. Well, she has turned into a different animal since she got bred. She like she ain't playing around no more. Joey. Hey, buddy. He's a tall, rangy dog, but that's what you need. You know, you don't want them too low. Too low, they're at a disadvantage unless they know how to use it. If they're a good wrestler, then, you know, maybe they can wrestle the hog, but a taller dog is usually more athletic. Usually he got more wind. And low dogs are usually short, stubby, not very long. So you ain't got much wind. You ain't got much range. They're usually a little clumsy. So I personally like them low. That's just like, I don't know, I like the little tanks. But as far as hunting goes, I mean, if he knows how to use it to his advantage, you got a good dog. But generally the longer and the rangier ones will have more athleticism. So anyway, what else do they say? Shit about breeding. I can't remember anything else really. Trying to think. I don't want to name any dogs. Anyway, I think that about covers it. I just wanted to let y'all know. Oh, and another thing he said was, you know, a lot of times we like to shoot our dogs up with like antibiotics if they get, you know, a cut, or if they get brush beat, you know, or even if they have like a false pregnancy or something, like, you know, you want to put some antibiotics in them. So, and also when you're breeding, you know, make sure that the female's in a clean environment. I would not do it like a dirt floor, like this kind of thing right here. She's got to be clean, because, you know, if any dirt or anything gets in her nipples, it'll cause an infection and ruin the milk, and that's called mastitis. So if nowadays these infections, and like staph, for instance, staph infection, staphylococcus, something like that, staphylococcus something, anyway, like that, you're more likely to catch that in a hospital more than you will anywhere else, according to what I read anyway. But so these things, as they mutate and come out with new strands, like the flu, and just like parvo is just like the flu. It comes out and like different, you know, every so often it mutates and it builds up an immunity to whatever antibiotic we're typically using. So I'm saying all this to say this: pretty much nowadays everything is built up in an immunity or whatever to penicillin. So you need more of a broad spectrum antibiotic. So I would recommend amoxicillin. Yeah, I think it's amoxicillin, because it's more of a broad spectrum, and these mutations of all these different things that harm our animals, they haven't mutated to where they're resistant against the dang Debo, where they're more resistant to the antibiotics we're using. So just something to keep in mind. You may be able to get amoxicillin, like if you have a pet store. I think they may have it in like a fish form. So you don't have to like go to the vet, pay money just to get a prescription and all. I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you have a pet store or find a pet store online that you can order some, I don't know the dosage for whatever milligram or whatever tablet you get. You'll have to just do the equation, do some research or whatever, and find out how much you give your dog by how much it weighs. But amoxicillin nowadays in these times works better than penicillin, because, like I say, everything mutates. Like I was saying before, parvo, distemper, lepto, all that, there's different strands, just like the flu. So I'll also tell you this: I was told a long time ago that when you get your shots from the vet, those shots are regularly tested for these mutations and all this stuff, right? So my vet, 20 years ago, said this, because I always get my shots, I still do, from the Feed and Seed, or like a Tractor Supply or whatever. You know, you order all your shots. I do the 9-way unless I'm worried about COVID. That's the only thing the 10-way is good for, but it just has that COVID vaccination. But I was told that the shots that you would get from a doctor or from a vet will fight off about 95% of all the different strands of parvo, lepto, all that shit, distemper. Because like I say, they mutate just like the flu. There's different strands. But the shots that you get from, say, a Feed and Seed or Tractor Supply or whatever, they aren't tested as regularly against new mutations of parvo and all that. So they, according to him, will only fight off about 55 to 60% of all the different strands of parvo or whatever. So what I do is I still get mine from there, but I do my shots every 6 months. His shots might be good for a year, But according to him, his shots are better. I don't know if he was just trying to earn my business, but I used them for a long time. And I just remember him telling me that. So what I do is like I say, I still get them from Tractor Supply or whatever. I just double them up. If his shots are good for a year, I do mine for every 6 months. So I don't know if that is helpful to anyone, but anyway, that's what I do. So can't really think of anything else right off the top of my head. But I got some other information, but I'm not going to put that out there yet or like that. So anyway, thank you to all my subscribers. Oh, by the way, I want to thank everybody. This channel, Our Warmouth Family, finally got big enough to have 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for all the support, everyone. I love each and every one of y'all. So if you want to get in touch with me about litters or future breedings or anything, just hit me up on Facebook Messenger. And that's probably the best way to reach me, is Facebook Messenger. And you can use the email, it does work, but I'll just straight up tell you I never check my email. It might be a week before I see it. Just because I still work 40 hours, and then I have probably another 40 hours out here in the yard. So I just never check it. So anyway, thank you to everyone. 1,000 subscribers. And God bless everyone. I hope everyone's day is going great. And I hope that everyone's dogs are healthy. And I hope that everyone's got clean water, clean kennels, and all the shit's picked up. So, about the club thing with the attorney. I did that last video. Not very many people. I think I might have 3 or 4 people that's interested. And I just don't know if it's worth the time. If I can get maybe 10 people, it won't cost us that much to come up with the money for the retainer. If it's less than 10, if it's less than 5, it's just, most retainers, and this is just going off memory from having to get an attorney, is around $2,500. So I'd like to get it where everybody only has to put in like maybe $200 or some shit like that. So anyway, so far that's at a standstill. Just want to let everybody know. So God bless y'all. Keep on scratching, and I'll catch you on the next video.